Hey everyone, welcome back to Learn English with Sophie.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the English Conversation Podcast. I'm your host, Sophie.
And I'm Jack. So glad to have you here with us today. This is the place where we forget about boring textbooks and just talk about real life, real English.
Yes, exactly. We believe the best way to learn is to just listen to conversations, feel the language, and connect with the stories. So find a comfortable spot, maybe get a cup of tea, and just relax.
Sounds perfect. You know, Sophie, I was thinking before we started recording today, I had this memory, a really strong one.
Oh, I love a good memory. What was it about?
It was about the first time I ever tried to learn a new language seriously. It was years ago, and I had this big, beautiful dream. I wanted to move to Italy, just for a year. I could picture it, you know, the small streets, the coffee in the morning, the sound of the language all around me.
Wow, that does sound like a beautiful dream.
It was. But you know what? I never did it. I bought the books, I found the apps, I told all my friends, I'm going to learn Italian. I had so much energy at the beginning, but then life happened. Work got busy. I felt silly practicing pronunciation alone in my room. I was afraid to make mistakes.
Oh, I know that feeling so well. That initial fire, and then it just kind of fades. It's like you're going to run a marathon, but you're scared to even put on your running shoes.
Exactly. So my beautiful dream of speaking Italian, it just stayed a dream. I never actually started. I never took that first real step.
That's such a powerful story, Jack, and it's so common. That feeling of wanting to do something, but not starting. Or maybe you do start and then you stop. It got me thinking about our topic for today.
Oh, you have a topic in mind?
I do, because your story is all about starting something, right? The dream of learning Italian. So today, we are going to talk about two very simple, very common little words in English. Words we use all the time, especially when we talk about our dreams, our plans, and our journeys.
I'm curious now. Which words?
The words start and begin. They seem the same, don't they? In your story, you could say, I never started learning Italian, or I never began learning Italian. Both sound okay, but are they really exactly the same? Is there a feeling, a small difference that can make your English sound more natural and more powerful?
I never really thought about it. I think I just use them the same way.
Most people do, and that's fine. You will be understood. But by the end of our conversation today, I promise you, you will have a new feeling for these words. You will know when one just sounds a little bit better than the other. It will become simple and clear, like opening a door.
I love that. Let's open that door together. So we have two doors, one labeled start and one labeled begin. Where do we go first?
Let's start with the biggest idea. Imagine you are going on a journey, a physical journey, like driving from your city to the beach, or a life journey, like learning a new skill, starting a new job, or even writing a book.
Okay, I'm imagining. I'm in my car, ready to go to the beach.
Great. Now, the word start is like your car engine. It's the action. It's the key turning in the ignition. Start feels very active. It's the moment you move. It's often used for machines, for actions, for physical things.
Ah, I see. Like start the car. You wouldn't say begin the car, would you?
Exactly. You would never say that. Begin would sound very strange there. Please begin the engine. It's too soft. So rule number 1, for machines, for physical actions, we almost always use start.
Got it. So my computer is slow to start up.
Perfect. Your computer starts up. You start a video game. The race will start in 5 minutes. It's very action-oriented. It feels like a button you push.
That's a great way to remember it, a start button. So where does begin fit into our journey?
Begin is a little different. If start is the engine, begin is more like the whole first part of the journey. It feels a little softer, a little more formal, and it's often used for processes, for things that happen over time. Let's go back to your Italian dream.
My poor abandoned Italian dream.
We're going to revive it just for this lesson. Now, think about it. If you were going to finally do it, you might say, I will begin my Italian lessons next week. It sounds like you are talking about a process, a journey that will take time.
It feels planned. Okay, I can feel that. Begin sounds a bit more official, like the start of a ceremony.
Yes, that's a perfect example. Think of a wedding ceremony. The music plays and the host says, "Let the ceremony begin." It feels important, a little dramatic. You wouldn't say, "Let the ceremony start." You could, but begin sounds more beautiful, more appropriate for that special moment.
Ah, so begin is for the special, longer, more important feeling things.
Often, yes. Think of a book. How does a book start? Chapter 1. But the first sentence is, "Our story begins in a small village." It sounds more like storytelling. Begin invites you into a journey, an experience. Start tells you to take action.
That is so helpful. So start is the action and begin is the experience.
That's a beautiful way to put it. Let's practice with some feelings. Think about your own life. Maybe there was a time you were scared to do something, like starting a new conversation with a stranger.
Oh, that's a hard one for many people.
It is. You could say, "I was nervous to start a conversation." That's good. It's about the action of speaking. But you could also say, "I took a deep breath and began to speak." Do you feel the difference? Began to speak feels a little more gentle, more like you are describing the internal feeling, the beginning of a connection.
I think I do. I started to speak. Sounds like my mouth just opened and words came out. Began to speak sounds like there was a moment, a feeling first, and then the words followed softly.
Yes, you've got it. It's a very small feeling, but it makes the language so much richer. And this is how native speakers feel it too, even if they can't explain it.
This is fascinating. We're digging deep into just 2 words. Okay, give me another example, a common, everyday example.
Okay, let's talk about food. You have a big, delicious pizza in front of you. What do you say?
Easy. I'm going to start with a slice of margarita.
Perfect. That's natural. You are starting the action of eating. Now, imagine a fancy dinner, a formal, important dinner with your boss. You might say, "We began the meal with a light soup."
Ooh, yes. Began the meal sounds much more elegant than started the meal. We started the meal with a light soup sounds a little basic, like you're just reporting facts. Began as a touch of class.
Exactly right. So you see, it's not a strict rule, it's a feeling. It's about the context. Are we in a race? Use start. Are we in a story? Use begin. Are we talking about a machine? Use start. Are we talking about a long, slow process like learning English? Both can work, but begin might feel a little more appropriate for that beautiful, long journey.
I began learning English 5 years ago. That sounds nice. It sounds like the first chapter of your English book.
Now, I started learning English 5 years ago is also completely correct. It just sounds a tiny bit more like you're just giving a fact. No emotion, just information.
So as English learners, we don't need to be afraid to use them the same way. But if we want to add feeling, we can choose.
That is the perfect way to think about it. Don't be afraid. Communication is number 1. But for those of you who want to sound more natural, more connected to the feeling of the language, this little difference is a beautiful tool.
Let's play a little game, a quiz. I love these. Sophie, you describe a situation, and our listeners, in their minds, can try to choose the best word. Ready, everyone?
Let's do it. Situation number 1. You're at a concert. The lights go down, the crowd gets quiet, the singer walks onto the stage. What do you say? The concert will blank in 5 minutes. Start or begin?
The concert will start in 5 minutes is fine, but in this magical moment with the lights and the quiet crowd, I think the concert will begin in 5 minutes sounds more exciting, more dramatic.
I agree completely. Begin captures the magic of the moment. Good job. Situation number 2. You buy a new phone. What's the first thing you do?
You start it up. You press the power button to start the phone.
Exactly. You would never say begin the phone. It doesn't work. Situation 3. This is a personal one. Think about a new habit. Maybe you want to wake up earlier. You want to drink more water. You could say, "Tomorrow I will blank my new healthy life."
Oh, that's a big life change. It's not just one action. It's a whole new way of living. I think I will begin my new healthy life. It sounds like a commitment, a fresh start.
Beautiful. Begin is perfect for that new chapter. And if you say, "I will start my new healthy life," it's not wrong, but begin just has that extra feeling of importance, doesn't it?
It does. It feels like you're promising something to yourself. Okay, last one. Situation 4. You're telling a friend about a funny thing that happened at work. You say, so it blank when my boss walked in with a cake on his head.
That's a funny image. In this case, we are telling a story. We want to engage the listener. The best word here is begins. So it begins when my boss walked in with a cake on his head. It sounds like the start of a narrative, a funny anecdote. It pulls the listener in.
It starts when my boss walked in is also fine, but begins just feels more like storytelling.
Exactly. You've mastered it, Jack. So, listeners, how did you do in the quiz? Could you feel the difference?
Now let's talk about the traps, the common mistakes that learners sometimes make. Sophie, what's the #1 mistake you hear?
The biggest one is using begin for machines. As we said, you never begin a computer or begin a car. You start them. So remember that one. My car won't start, not my car won't begin.
Got it. Start the engine. Another one?
Sometimes learners use begin when they mean start in very casual, quick situations. Sometimes learners use begin when they mean start in very casual, quick situations. For example, if you are in a meeting and you want to get going, you would say, okay, let's start. Let's begin is also correct, but it's a tiny bit more formal. In a casual team meeting, let's start feels more friendly and natural.
So, let's begin might be for a more formal presentation, and let's start is for a quick chat with a friend.
Perfect summary. There's no big, scary grammar rule here. It's just about the feeling. Is the situation formal or casual? Is it a physical action or a process? Is it a story or just a fact?
This has been so helpful. It's like we've added 2 new colors to our painting palette. Before, we just had one color for start, begin. Now we have a light blue and a dark blue. We can create more depth.
I love that analogy. Speaking of adding depth, let's look at some key vocabulary that came up in our conversation, words that are really useful for talking about this topic and for talking about your own life journeys.
Yes, let's do it. Our first word is dream. We talked about my dream of learning Italian. A dream is not just something you have when you sleep, it's a hope, a big wish for the future. For example, her dream is to open a small cafe.
Beautiful. Next word, journey. This is a great word. It's not just a trip from one place to another. It can be any long experience that changes you. Learning English is a journey, not a race. It takes time, there are ups and downs, but you move forward.
I like that, a journey. Next, we have opportunity. This is a chance to do something good. An opportunity is like a door that opens for a short time. You can choose to walk through it or not. For example, getting this job is a great opportunity for me. Or, I had the opportunity to study abroad, but I was too scared.
Oh, that's a good one. It connects to our idea of starting. You have an opportunity, and then you need to decide to start. Next word, regret. This is a sad feeling about something you did in the past or something you didn't do. Jack, do you have regret about not learning Italian?
You know, a little bit, a small regret. I regret not starting. That's why it's such a good example. Regret is a powerful feeling. It makes us want to do things differently in the future.
Exactly. And our final word for today is outcome. This is the result of an action. What happens at the end? You start something, you go on a journey, and then you have an outcome. The outcome of our conversation today is that we all understand start and begin a little better.
I hope so. Let's do a quick recap of everything we learned today so it stays fresh in your mind.
Great idea. So number 1, start is often for physical actions and machines. Think start the car, start the game. It's active. It's the button you push.
Number 2, begin is often for processes, journeys, and formal or special moments. Think let the ceremony begin or our story begins. It's softer and more about the experience.
Number 3, in many situations, especially in everyday life, they are the same. You can use either one and people will understand you perfectly. I started work at 9 or I began work at 9. Both are fine.
Number 4, to sound more natural and add feeling, think about the context. Is it a race? Use start. Is it a story? Use begin. Is it a machine? Only use start.
Perfect. And remember, the most important thing is to communicate. Don't be afraid to use these words. Practice using them. Make mistakes. That's how we learn.
That's so true. Now, we want to hear from you. We've talked about dreams, journeys, and starting things. We have a question for you to answer in the comments.
Yes, please take a moment and think about your own life. What is one thing you want to begin this year? It doesn't have to be big. It can be a small, beautiful thing. Maybe you want to begin writing in a journal every night. Maybe you want to begin a daily walk in the park. Maybe you want to begin a new hobby.
That's a wonderful question. So, in the comments below, tell us what is one thing you want to begin and why. We read your comments and we love to hear your stories. It connects our community.
We can't wait to read them. And while you're thinking about your answer, if you found this conversation helpful today, if it opened a little door for you,
Please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps other learners find our podcast.
and if you want to join us for more conversations just like this, more stories, more tips, and more real English, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. That way you won't miss any of our journeys together.
Thanks for spending this time with us. It was a real pleasure, as always.
It was. Keep dreaming, keep starting, and keep beginning new and beautiful things in your life. We'll see you in the next episode.
Bye for now.